Hello everyone, this is Shokora Zouheikyoku aka chocomint, and welcome back to our Let's Play of Teachers with Love and Passion. In the last playthrough, we finished the new scenes for Marcus and Leonard, along with their very lovely epilogues, which are very cute by the way. And it's kind of an open but also very happy ending, since we also deal with their the twist in their story. For example, Marcus has there's a chance for Marcus to lose that kind of fear after what he has experienced, and then Leonard is becoming more confident. So it's something that is very important to him. So that's a nice thing. He will become more confident and do the thing he loves. So that's we have a very supportive girlfriend Hannah here. So next we will be doing Lawrence route. So Mr. Hanson. Whoops. So I don't think Mr. Hanson has new scenes this time, but we do have an epilogue, so we will be doing that epilogue next. Okay, I think this is the part where we get the epilogue. Yes. It's been weeks since I confessed my feelings to Mr. Hanson, but to my surprise, our life hasn't changed much. We work together, we go to meetings, and we still spend our time quietly in the lounge like we always do. Nothing has changed. But there is a reason for that. After all the traumatic events, we decided not to tell anyone about our relationship. At least not until we make sure Eric is no longer a problem. We haven't seen Eric since the day he attacked me in my classroom. He isn't coming to work, and no one seems to know where he is. Thomas was frustrated to have to deal with another runaway situation, and everyone was nervous, making theories about what could have happened, but only we knew the truth. What we saw and what we did was never brought to light, and it should stay that way to keep everyone safe. Right now, Mr. Hanson and I are keeping our eyes on every update about the situation. We talk often and hide-nodding from each other. We don't know when or if Eric is going to attack, but this time, we will be ready to cover each other's back. But even understanding our situation, it doesn't mean it is easy to hide our relationship from everyone. Thinking about it now, I take a look around the room. Mr. Hanson is standing next to the table while Edgar and Leonard are sitting with me. People say it is exciting to have a secret relationship, but that's all lies. They don't know how painful it is to have the person you love in the same room as you and not be able to hold his hand. They don't know how bad it feels to lie to your friends. I really wanted Christy to be the first one to know since she had encouraged me the most. But I am lying to her all the time now. And it's hard to find time to spend together when we need to hide it. All the work and our own restrictions have been getting the best of us lately. It's been 2 weeks since we could have some private time. Send him. I know I can ask him to come to my house, but I don't know if I should disturb his work. And I don't know if he is feeling the same. Hannah, are you alright? Eh? Your face is pretty red right now. I'm fine.
You are also looking a bit out today. Maybe the weather is messing up with your blood pressure.
You have no idea. No, I mean it. I'm fine. I'm just a bit tired. he's smirking. He's smirking, kind of. Don't look at me like that. You know it's your fault. Here, drink some water. Thank you. This is what I am talking about. How can I not feel bad when everyone is honestly worried about me? It's just funny that most of the time, I feel like I am the only one feeling this way. Mr. Hansen doesn't care about what others say or think. He is always minding his business. Maybe it's just me having a tiny teenager inside of me who wants to brag about relationships because I am happy. I guess I'm still not old enough to act like an adult. I'm glad he is here to keep my feet on the ground.
So what do you say, Lars?
Breaking the current on my thoughts and putting an end to the pressure around me, Edgar speaks up, tapping his hands on the table.
We are almost at the end of the school year. That means we have some free time. And I think it would be fun for...
Now,
Let me finish it. It would be fun for Santa Lucia's boys to go out together.
boys, really?
Okay, the boys and all elder.
Oh my god. Wow, Edgar. You are not going to convince him if you keep insulting him.
But I am serious.
I mean, I guess that's technically not wrong. Yeah, maybe?
I want to help Lars not to waste his life at home with boring stuff.
What do you mean by boring? I have work to do.
That's what I am saying.
Edgar rumbles, dropping his shoulders, completely defeated by the fatigue of the discussion. Mr. Hansen, on the other hand, just stares down at him with eyes that demand him to stop his childish attitude. I know how Edgar's attempts to drag everyone together annoy Mr. Hansen, but I can't hide my smile when I see them interacting. Hansen and Edgar are the Ruth's parents who take action at opposite poles. Both worry about everyone, but for different reasons. After a long silence that made Leonard more uncomfortable than Edgar, Mr. Hansen sighs loudly, shaking his head. I will be busy this weekend. The smile on my face dissolves at the same time his words make sense in my head. He didn't say anything about being busy some days ago when I asked him about his plans. He saw how eager I was to spend time with him, and he didn't say it. Because of that, I made plans, got my expectations high, and I even searched for a quiet place for us to hang out. But now he will be busy.
Seriously? Can't you just skip one bingo night?
Mitchell.
Oh man, you are no fun. Guess it will be just us.
Like always. I try not to let the disappointment show on my face, but it's almost like my heart wants him to know it. The bell rings a long echo above our heads. I'm staring at the table, hearing Edgar still trying to convince him. Leonard says a few words to me, and I only smile. In the corner of my eye, I see Hansen wrapping his books and walking out of the room, not even glancing at me. I feel really lonely now. This is the worst part of this relationship. Work is over and the night is finally here. And it is such a lonely night. I've recently noticed that I've become more grumpy and needy. They say that living with other people affects our personality. I just didn't expect it to be so fast. I don't hate it because it shows how close we are, but it makes me want to be with him even more. Shaking my head, I stand up, walking towards the windows. Being alone in the lounge gives me room to take a breather and put my head in place. Usually, when I look outside, I search for the sky, but this time I was searching for the parking lot. Looking at his car from afar reminds me of the days he brought me to work after spending the night in his house. The rides are always peaceful and comforting, something no one would expect from that cold-hearted man. Smiling at myself, I feel better thinking about it. I'm the only one who has seen this side of him. I shouldn't be pouting so much. Mr. Hansen is also doing his best, and I know he is going through a lot, just like me. Hopefully, he won't mind me texting him tonight. It won't be enough to fill the void in my chest, but at least it will help me sleep. The sudden sound calls my attention back. When my eyes reach the entrance, my heart turns cold. Hansen walks in, but stops for a second, seeing me alone here. After a blink or two, he closes the door and walks to his locker. Shaking my head to call out the surprise, I try to act normal. Good evening, Mr. Hansen. Good evening. His voice isn't loud or tired like he was talking to Edgar. It is soft and affectionate despite his face showing the same serious expression as ever. Standing by the window, I turn my gaze to the sky, pretending not to feel my shaky hands. Just a greeting is enough to make my heart ache for him more. I close my eyes and take a breath. However, before I can fully calm down, I feel arms wrapping around my waist. Mr. Hansen! I finally got you along. He whispers in my ear, voice laden with lust and need. Oh, 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 spicy. My legs tremble to feel my body pressing against his as his breath burns my neck. I have been holding back for so long that a single touch is enough to make me weak. I was dying to have you in my arms. His lips run down my knee, tracing his way with nipples. Oh my, oh, wow, spicy. I need to bite my lip to suppress a moan. He is not fair. To have you all to myself. No matter how hard I try to hold back, the time we have been away is screaming louder than our good senses. It's not just about the carnal need, but the feeling of being together that we have been longing for. It is love itself, something that I didn't know could be so intense in my life. I want to turn and kiss him and feel this loneliness with his love, but instead, I only intertwine my fingers with his above my waist. In a glimpse, I see the car still parked in the lot. My heart almost stops when I realize someone could still walk in and see us. We should stop it. The others may come in. I know. And yet, he doesn't let me go. Instead, he rests his forehead against my head, holding my hands tenderly. Hansen doesn't have to say anything to let me understand the weight pressuring his heart right now. It hurts on mine too, but that's the consequence of our decisions. Taking a deep breath, he leans back, still hugging my waist, giving us room to look at each other. I don't want to cause us trouble, but it is hard to resist you. And that's the point with being away for too long. Huh? I'm also suffering, okay? And that will get us in trouble. You really are adorable when you are honest. I'm serious. I know. Ooh. It's a kind of a new look on him. It looks like a smirk. Then come home with me tonight. But you told Edgar you would be busy this weekend. Yes, with you. Nice. He speaks so naturally about that. For a moment, I feel stupid. But no matter how much I repeat their conversation in my mind, nothing he said gave me a clue that this was his intention from the beginning. I wish I could say, why didn't you tell me that sooner? But I can't bring myself to be mad right now. Oh, I see. So that's why you were so sad. His earlier incredulous tone becomes soft, almost sarcastic, when he sees my reaction change. Slowly, Mr. Hansen leans closer to me ear, giving no time to think. You really can't wait anymore, can you? Mr. Hansen. Our pleasant time as a couple is fleeting. Before I finish my speech, we hear footsteps in the hallway, forcing us to move away. I am used to complaining about the loneliness of always seeing him from afar, but that loneliness is nothing compared to letting him go after feeling his smiles on my skin. And he knows that too. Just a bit more, okay? He flashes me a timid smile, letting go of my hand as I nod silently. The door opens just in time for Mr. Hansen to walk away and pretend to be looking for something. Edgar, Kirsty, and Marcus walk in, laughing and discussing something. Their joyful voices fill the room, pushing us further apart.
Hey, you two are already here. Good, now we just need to find Leo.
What is going on? It's Friday, girl. We are planning to go out together to this new pub. Oh, sounds fun.
Yep, so Miss Fine, what do you say about being my pair tonight?
What?
Wait, since when we are supposed to have pairs? Since Christy decided to bring her boyfriend.
For real? Are you guys friends with him?
Kinda, we talked a few times.
Yeah, and he is free tonight, so I invited him too. That's nice. I didn't know he liked to party. Oh, he will be fine. He got me by his side, you know. Of course.
I'm not ready to watch Christy getting all lovey-dovey with that guy. I need a girlfriend already. Come on, let's go out together, Hannah.
What's up with you today? You guys always go out together.
Yeah, but you know Christy, she is going to rub her relationship on my face.
That's true. Gosh, Christy.
Why are you whimpering so much? Leonard and I are going to be alone too. Don't you two make a pair? What? What? No, you make a pair with him. You already act like his father. Father?
You already act like his father.
What?
Hannah can stay with me. I mean, if it's okay for you. I'm flattered to know they all want me to be there, but that's not what I expected to hear. Why did an invitation turn into such an embarrassing proposal?
Come on, Miss Fine. What do you say?
All the first aside, I know they aren't serious and just want to drag me to party with them. I'm sure it is going to be fun, but I'm looking forward to something else. Thinking about it, I glance at Hanson standing next to the table. His eyes are watching me with the same cold expression I see every day. He is not going to force me to choose him, but I know he wants to. And to be honest, I want that too. Sorry guys, but I already have plans. You liar. I'm serious. What plans? Work plans. Girl, what? We are already late. My eyes almost popped out of my face when I hear him answer. His voice ends the suspicion against me and Ray shots glanced in his direction.
No way.
The first thing that comes to my mind is that now everyone is going to know the truth. Their eyes are staring at me in disbelief. I turn to face them, thinking quickly of something to say. Wait, guys.
Are you really choosing work over us? Okay, it's not busted, okay? Oh my.
A good question silences me. I thought they would suspect we have a relationship of some sort, but they didn't even consider the possibility. I look confused at Hanson, but he just sighs, trying not to roll his eyes. It's hard to believe, but his cold, boring personality just saved us from trouble. She has no choice. I have important research to do tonight, as she has agreed to give me her assistance to check some facts.
Seriously? You refused to go out with us and now you are dragging her with you?
I don't want to hear that from you. With no more patience to argue, Hanson browsed his books, placing his bag on his shoulder. Now, if you excuse us. Stumbling hard, he leaves the room without looking back. I rush to pack my stuff and head out after him. I know he gets annoyed if I take too long, but the worries are not enough to take the smile off my face. It's your chance to run with us. Sorry guys, I have already made my decision. I can't leave him hanging, you know? Girl, you are too nice for your own good. Alright, just don't let that old man work you to the bone. Don't worry.
Also, call me if it's too boring. We will be up to rescue you anytime.
I don't think it will be very boring at all. It will be very exciting, actually. Thanks, huh? But I think I will be fine. Have a good night, guys. Not caring about the confused gazes I left behind, I'd run through the halls, giggling as the tickling in my heart becomes intense. All ride home was quiet. All the excitement from the lounge stayed inside me. Mr. Hanson, on the other hand, didn't show the same reactions. He was distant, and somehow I saw in his eyes a hint of annoyance. I'm not sure if he took it personally when everyone ignored our relationship or if he's just tired of all the noise. Either way, I thought it would be better if I didn't mention anything until we reached his house. Once we crossed the door, He threw his keys at the cabinet while I walked into the living room. Even though this is not my first visit to his home, I still get goosebumps. The good kind of goosebumps. His house is just what you would expect from a man like Mr. Hansen. Dark walls, antique furniture, and shelves filled with books. So many books. Indeed, there's a lot of books there. Wow. The bookcase is bad. Really bad. Also, nice place actually. Really nice place. Not my style, but it looks good. It's like a cozy neighborhood library you love to visit. I placed my bag on the couch, hearing his footsteps coming closer. This time I didn't forget the books you lent me last week. Maybe just one. Before I can finish my thought, he grabs me by the waist, pulling me closer to a hungry kiss. Ooh! I don't know. I can't help giggling when I say something spicy. He doesn't give me time to breathe or to think or to do anything. He only allows me to feel. Feel his hands sliding down my spine. Feel his strong arms locking me closer to his chest. Feel his tongue taking mine under control. Oh my. He is intense, warm and harsh. All together, all at once. Mr. Hansen. Wait. I won't. His answers come like a growl between our kisses. Shivers run over my body. It feels good, but I can't just surrender to him. Maybe he wants to continue what we started in the lounge, and that's okay because I want that too. But something about this is off. Even when he is rough, he is still caring. But right now, he is like a starving animal trying to eat me whole. Gathering all my strength together, I press my hands on his chest and pull back. He stops. His eyes look into mine, and his hands hold me tighter. What's wrong? You are not like this. I am angry. Oh, are you jealous, sir? Why? Do you really need to ask? Hearing them all asking you out like that got my blood boiling. Yep, you are jealous, sir. I hate that I can't tell them to back off. At first, I can only stare at him, following his thoughts as if the scene unfolding before me isn't even real. An older man spitting bitter words with blushing cheeks is so contradictory and unexpectedly cute. I should be worried about his feelings, but I kind of find it funny. It is suffocating that I can't make you mine. He grows, turning his face to the side, ashamed of himself. From where I am, I can feel his heart beating fast. He is mad, confused, and breathless. In an attempt to call him back to this moment, I cup his face in my hands, slightly forcing him to look at me. But I am already yours. Silence. I can see in his eyes a reflection of his head going empty. It takes about 10 seconds and a lot of effort not to laugh for my words to make sense to him. Finally, I feel his fingers loosening around my waist, and I see his shoulders slowly relax. The things I want to do to you when you say that. Ooh. Taking a deep breath, he rests his forehead on mine. Mr. Hansen is the quiet type. Everyone looking at him would say he is cold and heartless. I used to say that too. But once you get into his heart, you realize he is warm. Too much for his own good. Yes, it's burning warm, alright. and his feelings are not as stable as it looks. Most of the time, he can't calm down when something is bothering him. The flames in his heart are always burning high, and sometimes it ends up hurting him. Sorry, I think I let it get to my head. I didn't mean to scare you. It's okay. Was that why you were so quiet in the car too? Yes. Cute. Okay. That's cute though. Gosh, Mr. Hansen, you should talk to me. You know I can't understand everything just looking at your face. There was no reason to talk about it. It wasn't a big deal, but God, Mitchell gets on my nerves. Heh, you know he is just joking, right? Yes, and I hate it. Giggling at how sweet he sounds when he is jealous, I caress his face. Is there anything I can do to help you feel better? You. A loud bark surprises both of us, forcing our attention to turn to the left. Standing close to the kitchen door, a tall black dog curiously looks at us. Oh, good evening, Hayes. That's Hayes, a middle-aged doberman and Mr. Hansen's best friend. He is quiet, observant, and very intimidating, quite similar to someone I know. The first time I visited the place, my soul almost left my body when I saw this dog in the hallway at night. Mr. Hansen assures me that Hayes would never hurt anyone without his orders, which made me question if he would do it for a reason. Hesitantly, Mr. Hansen lets go of me, taking a step to the side and walking towards the dog. I guess the moment is broken by the dog, so... Woo! Standing behind, I watch him kneel and pat his head gently. Did you have a good day? This is the type of dog you would expect from him, and yet you would never expect to see this man talking to him in such an adorable way. Resting my chin on my hand, I quietly watch him, feeling my heart beat happily. It's hard to believe this old man has so many sides, but I'm even more surprised to know I keep falling for every part of it. Stretching his neck, Hansen takes a peek at the kitchen and shortly turns back to me. Anna, do you mind checking his bowl? Sure. Thank you. I need to check the backyard. He stands up as I smile, trying not to show my nervousness at being alone for the first time with his dog. Be nice, Hayes. Giving a final warning, Hansen heads out. Hayes watches him go, and as soon as his figure disappears, he turns back to me. It may be my imagination, but the way he looks at me tells me he is mad because lately I'm stealing his father's attention. Laughing at my own stupid thoughts, I shake my head. Come on, Hayes, let's check your food. He waits for me to start walking before he can follow me, yet he keeps a short distance, watching me carefully. I can't avoid thinking about Mr. Hansen when I first met him. You are just like him, you know. As soon as we reach the kitchen, I see the empty bowl on the floor. I look around, unsure of what to do, when suddenly I hear Mr. Hansen walks outside. Coming near the window, I shout at him. Mr. Hansen, is it alright if I fill his bowl? Of course. Food is in the second cabinet on the left. Okay. Just be careful. When he says that, I can't help but be worried. I have read before that dogs are quite sensitive about their food. They will attack if they feel threatened because it's a moment of vulnerability. Remembering it now, I turn my eyes to Hayes. He is standing in the doorway like a guard. He is a beautiful dog, but I know I would appreciate him more if I wasn't so focused on looking to his mouth of sharp teeth. I can't wait for Hansen to come back and feed him. I really don't need to do it on my own, but I know I will feel bad if I don't do it. I want Mr. Hansen to know I can help him even in small tasks like this. And of course, I want to get close to Hayes. This is the only way to make him stop seeing me as competition for his father's attention. Swallowing my concern down my throat, I open the cabinet, wrapping his food. Kneeling close to his bowl, I open the package and quickly pour a good amount inside it. Hayes doesn't move, but his eyes watch my every move closely. Hansen told me I should not fear him and always show confidence if I want him to respect me. I'm trying to do it, but it's hard to keep eye contact when he is so intimidating. The bowl is filled up, and I take it as my cue to move away. Calmly I stand up, taking a few steps back. For a moment, he only stares at it, but soon enough, curiosity and hunger force him to make a move. He walks closer, suspiciously smelling every corner of it. Suddenly, he looks up, asking me, "What is this with his eyes?" "It's all good, Hayes. Mr. Hansen bought it for you." "Mr. Hansen brought it to you?" As if he could understand my words, he turned his attention to the red bowl again. Carefully, he takes a bite, and then another, and another. Thank God. What's wrong? Ah, look, Hayes is eating. Mr. Hansen walks in quietly. Crossing his arms, he leans on the doorway, looking at us. For a moment, he only watches his dog eating with a curious expression resting on his face. He is opening up to you. Shaking my head, unsure about it, I walk closer, leaning on his shoulder. Do you really think so? I think he was judging me just now. Trust me, he doesn't eat in front of anyone but me. This is a nice sign. Oh, that's good. He is a stubborn old dog, given time to show his feelings. Heh, sounds just like you. Well, I mean, it's a compliment. It's a compliment. My comment was enough to wipe the smile off his face and bring a confused expression to his eyes. It seems that he only noticed it now, and I think he is having mixed feelings about it. Hey, you better get along with Hannah. He was scolding his dog just because he thought about himself. It should have made me laugh, but it didn't. I was too busy with something else. What? Nothing. I'm still not used to hearing you calling my name. It feels a bit ticklish. Oh. In that case, I need to call you more often. Hannah. He is having a lot of fun right now. Hannah. I don't think it is helping. I know, but I like to see your reactions. He has the advantage of always keeping such a serious expression. It's hard for me to tell when he's teasing me. Pretending to be annoyed, I turn my face to the side. I don't want him to see my blushing face when he's laughing like that. Soon, I feel his hands holding my shoulders. I know I won't have a chance to escape when he gently turns my body back in his direction. He looks at me, say nothing with words, but a lot with his eyes. I always have a hard time deciphering his expressions, but right now, I know exactly what those caring eyes are saying. It is embarrassing, but instead of blushing, it makes me smile. I hate it when you hide the smile around the world. I hate it when you hide the smile around the school. His fingers softly caress my cheeks. His words carry the weight of guilt and a wish for something better. Knowing this pain so well, I close my eyes, letting the safe tenderness embrace me. Just a few more weeks. I promise I will make things better for us. I know, I trust you. Kissing his hands, I look into his eyes. I wish he didn't try to take the blame for it, but at the same time, I understand why he does that. When you love someone so much, you want this person to live the happiest life and not hide from it. Someday, we will walk hand in hand. Yes, priorities, Mr. Lawrence, priorities. And then I'm going to tell Mitchell to stay away from you. The way his soft tone changes tells me he just remembered what happened again. It makes me laugh, and somehow, it makes him smile too. Yeah, the priorities there. I love you. His words echo in the quiet room. His face comes closer, and softly his lips meet mine. Mr. Hansen is usually intense when showing his feelings to me because he wants to leave marks and memories. So when he is soft like this, I know he is being vulnerable and allowing me to place my feelings inside him. This type of duality is another reason why our relationship is so interesting. When we move apart, we notice Hayes has already finished eating and has gone to bed. We are finally alone, and we can finally resume from where we stopped earlier in the lounge. Okay. Finding innocence, I place my hands on his shoulders, tilting my head and keeping my eyes on his. So, what kind of research are you doing, Mr. Hansen? Yeah, wasn't that what you told the teachers? Oh, that. I have some questions about the human body. That's mood. Oh my god. That's mood. Your body specifically. There you go again. Wasting no more time talking, he takes me by the waist, pulling me into the couch with him. This is not the happy end you find in books. This is not even the relationship I dreamt about. But that's what's so interesting in life. Being so persistent and curious brought me to the man I love, and doing the same again. I know someday we will be free to hold hands in public. That's a quite a long epilogue actually. So we're pausing for this one and move on for Eggers for the last new scenes and epilogue next time actually. Wow, that's a nice epilogue and also very spicy. Super spicy. So it's a direct what had happened after the ending. And so the relationship between Hannes and Mr. Hansen isn't official yet, but like unofficially dating, just not official to everyone else. So it's a secret little relationship. but it's still very burning and very, very spicy. I did mention before, but it seems the older you are, the more spicy the rocks are. So yeah, this is, oh my goodness, Mr. Hanson. I mean, the spiciest route is still Mr. Rickbox, but Mr. Hanson goes in the second ranking for me. It's actually some nice interaction. Very cute. We also get Mr. Hanson to be jealous, so bonus! Nice. And he also got some priorities there. The jealous man. The jealous man. Very funny. Anyway, that should be it for our playthrough today. Next time we will be finishing up the new scenes and the epilogue for Edgar's Sprout. And then we move on to the final secret ending, I think. So, I'll see you next time. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you on the next playthrough of Teachers with Love and Passion. Bye bye!